Campillo. Councilmember Campillo has been a strong advocate for safe streets in District 7 and is leading the effort in the City Council to make San Diego a city where everyone has access to safe and sustainable transportation options. Councilmember?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Andy. Thank you to the San Diego Bike Coalition for having me here today. My name is Raul Campillo. I'm the council member for San Diego City Council District 7, and I serve the communities of Linda Vista, Serra Mesa, Mission Valley, Tierra Santa, and the Navajo communities of Allied Gardens, Grantville, Del Cerro, and San Carlos. There are countless residents of mine and many of my own city council colleagues who use their bike to get across the city, whether it's to work and play or to just enjoy time with their family and friends. And the plan that we have for our region, called Vision Zero, is designed to reduce traffic fatalities and severe injuries to that number, 0. I believe in this goal, and we must do what it takes to achieve it. But that's the issue. It's a goal that has not been met with the required action. Last winter, I wrote a memo to city staff calling for 28 miles of protected bicycle infrastructure on major thoroughfares in my district to close major gaps in bicycle infrastructure and to protect bicyclists from serious injury and death. Why did I write this memo? It's simple. Between 2016 and 2020, about 240 people by walking and 80 people by riding bikes were either killed or seriously injured on the streets of San Diego on average. Ensuring streets in my district like Friars Road, Navajo Road, Mission Gorge Road, and Jackson Drive to have Class 4 bicycle infrastructure is crucial. But without a consensus of the majority of city council members, we will not be able to ensure these protected lanes come to fruition anywhere in our city. So we must achieve the goal of Vision Zero and enact a complete streets plan across the city. Now, a lot of what has inspired me to speak up on this issue is I've seen countless videos of bicyclists who are endangered on our roads, usually on Twitter and on YouTube, but one in particular of a City Heights resident who travels from their home in District 9 to Grossmont College through multiple districts, including mine. And they nearly get hit, oftentimes where there's extended gaps in bike lanes or where cars even intentionally swerve into their path. I've had my own experience riding my bike through the roads of District 7 and even riding downtown, which has doubled my commitment to bike safety. I've seen firsthand what it's like to take the trolley to work and then get those last few miles on a bicycle through the Grantville trolley station in my community. The streets are currently unprotected and unsafe, and we leave our bicyclists without these protected lanes and expect them to share miles of road with cars that do not give them the space that they need to travel safely. The true answer to this long-term is that we need a systemic safety standard across the city, and that policy will take some time and planning to accomplish. But this year, right now, we can double the funding of our city team to protect the friends and family and children who ride bikes in our communities. This team is called the Safe and Sustainable Transportation for All Ages and Abilities Team, or the STAT team for short. Now, the current draft of the budget has a good starting point, $1.35 million for funding for the next year for the STAT team. But this council must include funding for that STAT team to be doubled to $2.7 million as a priority in their final budget memo that's due later this week. It's not a novel concept to create safe roads for everyone, as data continually shows that implementing bike infrastructure and complete streets does in fact result in safer roads for all modes of transit. Over 300 deaths and severe injuries on average per year, that's just unacceptable. It's deeply angering, and we must take that extra step towards meaningful investment in long-term public safety in our transits. Doubling the amount of funding for the STAT team will make sure that we have bicycle infrastructure across San Diego that's described as quick build. And it's going to guarantee that the team is ready and on hand to constantly be focused on bicycle safety based on systemic safety standards that we will develop. In this current budget, based on what the council has put forth and the recommendations of the IBA, we see that only about 9 total miles would be achieved based on the current funding level. If you drive a car, if you walk, if you take a bus, or if you bike, it is the duty of the city to make sure every right-of-way is safe to cross and every road is safe to commute on regardless of your form of transportation. So I, again, am calling on my council members to double that funding from $1.35 million to $2.7 million so that twice as many miles in this next fiscal year on our city streets can receive the quick build infrastructure, and people will have far more safety as they go to work, go to school, go to church, or are simply having fun riding a bike.